Daily Words of God. To be a believer in God means that all you do must be brought before Him and made subject to His scrutiny. If what you do can be brought before God's Spirit, but not before God's flesh, this shows that you have not come under scrutiny by His Spirit. Who is the Spirit of God? Who is the person to whom God bears witness? Are they not one and the same? Most see them as two separate beings, believing God's Spirit is God's Spirit, and the person to whom God bears witness is merely a human. But are you not mistaken? On whose behalf does this person work? Those who do not know God incarnate do not have spiritual understanding. God's Spirit and His incarnate flesh are one, because God's Spirit is materialized in the flesh. If this person is unkind to you, will God's Spirit be kind? Are you not confused? Today, all who cannot accept God's scrutiny cannot receive His approval, and those who do not know God incarnate cannot be perfected. Look at all that you do and see if it can be brought before God. If you cannot bring all that you do before God, this shows that you are an evildoer. Can evildoers be perfected? All that you do, every action, every intention, and every reaction should be brought before God. Even your daily spiritual life, your prayers, your closeness to God, how you eat and drink of God's words, your fellowship with your brothers and sisters, and your life within the church, and your service in partnership can be brought before God for His scrutiny. It is such practice that will help you achieve growth in life. The process of accepting God's scrutiny is the process of purification. The more you can accept God's scrutiny, the more you are purified, and the more you are in accord with God's will, so that you will not be drawn into debauchery, and your heart will live in His presence. The more you accept His scrutiny, the greater are Satan's humiliation and your ability to forsake the flesh. So, the acceptance of God's scrutiny is a path of practice people should follow. No matter what you do, even when communing with your brothers and sisters, you can bring your acts before God and seek His scrutiny and aim to obey God Himself. This will make what you practice much more correct. Only if you bring all you do before God and accept God's scrutiny can you be someone who lives in the presence of God.